What is great in the state? It is the radio rock star, the radio rap star, your favorite DJ's favorite DJ, the Fade Runner. G Money is in the house. Watch your mouth. And I'm being joined by my guy,
wrestling professional, the very best in talk wrestling. DB is back.
DB is in the building. G Money's in the building. Welcome to another episode of the Smash and Matt podcast. Yes, I know it's been a minute. It's okay. We wanted you to wait.
Doing some mat smashing right now.
You know what I'm saying? The holidays is popping. You see the tree in the background. You know what's going down. You know what I'm saying? It's almost the end of the year. Today is what, the 13th? No, it's the 15th.
I was going to say
the 15th. 10 more days until Christmas. 16 more days until the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, and we will be hitting you with the end of year, or the end of the year reward, award show coming up probably in like 2 weeks.
That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good stuff.
It is. There's a lot of stuff, man. We got a lot of news to cover today. Man,
a lot of big shows that recently passed. NXT had their pay-per-view deadline, which that honestly, the Iron Survivor match seemed like it was going to be extremely convoluted, but it ended up being pretty entertaining of a match, both of them. So I highly recommend you watch them, especially the men's one. And the winners of that, Grayson Waller won the men's, and Roxanne Perez won the women's.
Roxanne.
Yeah, and then also ROH had their pay-per-view. Final
I didn't even realize Final Battle was happening. Maybe because I haven't been watching AEW.
Well, it's also not been built well. So that's another story. That's another story.
Definitely that too.
Now he did bring back what is it? The Honor Club. I guess it's coming back.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah, and that they're potentially going to start doing an ROH weekly show. So for $10 a month, you could watch it. I don't think this is a great idea. I just think maybe the HBO Max deal fell through, especially with all that's going on with Warner Brothers and stuff, with the them being bought by Discovery. So it'd probably be a bit. I just think AEW is in a really, really shaky situation, and you never know what's going to happen with that.
Man, you really don't.
Yeah. Claudio Castagnoli beat Chris Jericho. Now he's a 2-time ROH world champion. Athena. Now this is the one I have to give credit. Now I will go on and say it. I was not a big Athena fan. I mean, I did like the initial Amber Moon run, but I always felt like she was missing something. But since that one match she had where she worked a little too rough, and turned it into her character. Now she's like a straight shooter. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's what you do. You take a thing and you turn it up to 11. That's what Stone Cold always said. That's what The Rock always said. And you can make a character. Now, honestly, I'm a Athena fan because she could always work. We always knew she could work, but it was the character that was missing.
Right.
And let me tell you, since she's done that, it's been great. And you won me over. And Samoa Joe killing it as both the TNT and TV champion. He's the king of television now, which again, Samoa Joe killing it.
The king of television.
Yeah, he's the king of television. He is killing it right now, and he, of course, is still the ROH television champion and TNT champion. The Briscoes beat FTR. They've had it rough. They beat him in the dog collar match for the ROH World.
The double dog collar.
Yes. With the World Tag Team Championships, they beat them. The Embassy, which is Brian Cage, Gates of Agony, are now the 6-man tag team champions. Swerve in Our Glory actually won a match, but at the end of the match, which they beat Shane Taylor Promotions. Swerve left Keith in the ring, and he's questioning his friendship, which Swerve is going to be the one to be talking about in 2023 for sure. He said he doesn't have, I forgot what he said in an interview. He said he doesn't have friends. He has, God, I wish I could, I'll find that quote. It was amazing. from this last episode of Dynamite, what he was talking reference. Him and Keith Lee are gonna have a discussion on what's going down.
I love it.
Yeah, because they've been slowly doing this like a slow burn build to their feud.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Because they've been doing a really good job with
Yeah.
not rushing whatever's
But
going to happen.
here's the thing. I don't know if it's just me, but in this whole situation, Swerve's actually not been the heel. Which is crazy.
Because that's where everybody saw it going.
Yeah, but he has been acting. Sorry, I feel like I dropped something.
No, good.
Yeah, I get it later. Swerve, he's been acting like the heel, but really, I would have said that Keith Lee is the heel in all of this. The way he's been acting, he's been just acting kind of stuck up,
Which would be the real Swerve.
Yeah, that was gold. Good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, here it is. He said he no longer has friends or family in the industry, only affiliates.
As soon as you said that, I'm looking right at it.
Love it, love it, love it, love that line. So great. Whatever. Moving on and moving forward. Bobby Lashley lost to Seth Rollins in the main event on Monday Night Raw, and Seth Rollins will be facing. He's the number one contender for the U.S. title. Which again, I got to give credit to Triple H. He's been absolutely killing on building every title as important.
And Austin Theory's been killing it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I got to give it to Austin. Like, he is rising to the occasion. I think. See, which a lot of people are just losing their patience because everybody expects instant gratification, instantly everything's going to work. It's like, for all of Triple H's changes will not go into full effect, I would say at least till after WrestleMania. And that's just because he's been little by little deconstructing every superstar, or like all the bad elements, because you had a lot of stuff that they built in, like
trimming the fat.
He's trimming the fat. Like Alexa, she's kind of going more fiendish again.
Yeah,
like she just did Sister Abigail, and she's feuding with Bianca.
Right.
Bailey's come back. Asuka came out Monday night. She didn't have her face makeup. Like, she's going back more of that. I mean,
Chan.
Yeah, brought back Nikki Cross. So it's going to take time to rebuild these talents from the ground up. Which, I mean, this is actually a perfect segue, because word has it that Triple H is a little underwhelmed by some of the talents that he brought in.
And before we get into that, so when people talk about being underwhelmed, or underwhelmed or overwhelmed, when is anybody just plain old whelmed?
I tend to be whelmed. I tend to be whelmed a lot of times.
Yeah, see, like, I just want to be whelmed. I don't want to be overwhelmed. I don't want to be underwhelmed. Yeah. Just let me be whelmed. Yeah, but like, just to piggyback off what you're saying, that's what the report. One of the reports is that Triple H he's not too happy with the performance of some of the guys, some of the people. They didn't specify who. Some of the people that he brought back from releasement. So,
all right, let's kind of go down the list. Who do you think he's referring to? So I have one group I have a group in mind. My number one of who's underwhelmed me since they've come back.
So there's like, what most people are talking about is Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
And like, I tend to disagree, because I feel like when you got somebody like Braun Strowman, like, when you look at this guy, he's 6'8", 6'9", 350 some odd pounds. He's in probably the best shape of his life right now. The man is like, the dude is, I think the reason why people are sour on him is because he just sometimes he just won't keep it to himself. He just won't keep some of his comments to himself. His mouth gets him in a lot of trouble, and I mean, I've been around him a lot. I understand, like, he's one of those guys, he says what he feels, for better or worse. I mean, everybody has opinions on stuff. It is what it is. As far as his matches, like, I don't really think they've really given him anything major to do, because like when you got somebody that size, you can instantly make something out of them. Like just the right program, and you're here. You know what I'm saying?
It's a tough spot to be in when you're that size. You are a once in a lifetime attraction. That's why you can't have them. You can't have them dominate so much, because then it will be illogical for that person to beat him.
Right.
But you got to also keep him on TV as a special attraction. I think they just have not figured out the right situation to put him in, or the right way to utilize him. But then again, they have the same problem with Almost. Like, it's like, what do you do with these large
Yeah.
guys? Now they're great to have, but you need specific things to do with them.
You can't have them wrestle every week. That's
Yes,
for damn sure.
and that's the
No.
thing. That's the thing. People do not understand. You cannot have a monster wrestling every single week. That's
No.
why you don't see Brock every single week.
Now
That's
you can have them on TV,
yes.
but they don't need to be wrestling every single
Yeah.
week. You know, like when you think about, just like, this is my whole thing with Rhea Ripley. The whole time she was injured, she was still on TV, and she was doing great. She was doing so good that I was thinking whenever she comes back wrestling, she should be like running through women, because like because everybody she's dealt with since her injury has been, since she joined Judgment Day, she's been dealing with just the men, and she's been making waves like that. You know, so that's how you keep somebody on TV, and they're not really doing anything match wise, and like they're like, she's getting heat. The heat is coming. The heat is coming.
But that also comes with that time. It's like, I think we got so far left that people forgot the basics. It's like, you have to build up that character. If you build up the character enough, people believe in it, then they're going to be with you for whatever you're dealing with. They're going to be with you along for the ride every single freaking time. Braun, it's just, he needs, I feel like the monster of all men is great and all, but he needs to have either a character rejuvenation, something different. It's just that, yeah, we saw this previous Braun Strowman, but we do need something different, like something completely off the wall. I would say would be the thing you do to update him and make him interesting again, or, you know, pair him with a new group, get him a new group. You know what would be great idea? You know the group, the Schism.
Yeah, I remember.
Call them up, have him be in the group, like as the heavy for that. Maybe, you know, freaking, what's his face? What's the guy? What's the leader's name?
Hold up.
Joe Gacy. Yeah, have Joe Gacy influence him, and Braun could be the heavy for that, and that would give him something new to work with. Like, he needs that. I wouldn't put him with the Wyatts. I wouldn't put him with but Joe Gacy, I think that would be interesting, especially from how the Schism operates. And then, hey, you got the Rock's kid on there too, so that's another interesting thing.
Right.
So, but that's an idea that it just came up with. So it's not my hot take for this.
No, of course. So also, somebody that's came back, we've got Hit Row.
Yeah, that's my number one underwhelm.
I've been on the fence with Hit Row. After like the third week, I was like,
That's who I'm massively underwhelmed with. It's just that it's tough to do a rap gimmick and do it where it's legit. It worked out a lot because you had Swerve kind of anchor that a little more. But even when they were debuted on SmackDown the first time, I was not feeling it. Now, I do think B Fab, sorry. B Fab, she's going to be a star. She looks like a star. She looks like she could. I think they still need to train her a little more, because I'm pretty sure she wasn't really done progressing at NXT yet. Haven't really seen her wrestle a lot. I just saw that comment. No.
wait. Let me see. Oh, word. Braun with the hurt.
Yeah, no. He's a friend. He's a friend of the show, but
no, that's what's up.
But for sure, I think she's going to be a star. I just don't know if Ashanti and what's his face,
Top Dollar,
they're going to work, because Top Dollar runs his mouth too much.
Top Dollar, who hotter, not nada.
Yeah, even though it's like they
I
are
like his
missing
promo.
that thing. Huh?
I like his promo.
They don't really promo that much though.
Yeah. And then he
Maybe
had the whole thing with Jim Cornette.
mhm,
And then that
mhm.
was,
You just leave it alone. You leave it alone.
was
Um,
Cornette be wilding though. See,
Cor
but
Cornette be out of
the
pocket,
only
but
thing I will say about Cornette is that like Cornette isn't Cornette keeps that same energy with anybody he
everybody,
decides. Because I've
everybody.
never heard him talk. Because I think he does. He talks the biggest shit on Vince Russo, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks. Like,
Mhm,
good
mhm.
lord,
But
bro.
that's because he's worked with all of them and he has
Yeah,
reasons. So, hey. But very much so, I feel like Hit Row's missing something. I saw somebody say, bring back JTG. Let's do it. Do it. Bring back JTG.
that he can fit with Hit Row for
It's
sure.
yeah, it's just a lot of these new guys, which I think that's the problem is a lot of these people got called up way too soon or they weren't fully done at NXT. Like NXT 2.0 was perfect for Hit Row, so there was no reason to call them up, but you know how they get when they want to inject some new blood into the main roster, Vince will just pull them up even though they're not done
And
progressing.
he don't be understanding the
No,
characters.
no.
He
He's like
might just like the look.
he's
And,
like, I
and
got an idea for this, and then he forgets the idea he gave him.
right,
He's
right.
like,
I got an idea. 10 minutes later, what were we talking about? Yeah. We also got Damage Control. Really, Dakota Kai and Io Sky.
I like Damage Control. I've always liked Damage Control. The only thing I hate is they faced off with Bianca Cena, and you know,
Not Bianca Cena.
yeah, she's got the John Cena build. She literally has. She
I
has
mean, she's a
progressively.
bodybuilder. Yeah, yeah. She just
Well,
I
not.
think she just
I mean,
competed in her first
no, I don't mean literal build. I mean the build Cena got. Like the way he came up through the ranks and
oh
stuff.
yeah.
Bianca has gotten that exact run. She even had her moment where somebody cashed in on her with well Becky coming in and beating her. So Becky was her edge.
Oh.
But yeah, I think that was a bad idea to make them all look weak by having Bianca beat up all three. They've done a good job holding on to those tag belts, and I don't have a problem with Damage Control, and I'm glad Io and Dakota are back. So I don't think I'm underwhelmed with them. I think I'm pretty whelmed.
Pretty whelmed.
Yeah.
I'm hit and miss with them because I like them all three. I like all three of them
Yeah.
individually. Together, I'm like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm with it, sometimes I'm not. It just,
Yeah.
it's extremely hit or miss for me, man. Extremely. I didn't get too many more pictures, but we're talking about guys like Bray Wyatt. He's definitely not upset with Bray Wyatt.
No, not at all.
Karrion Kross.
I think it's hit or miss right now because he's getting ready to feud with Rey Mysterio, and you know the deal. Like I told you, if they don't feud, if they do a terrible feud with Rey Mysterio, then they deserve to get fired.
Oh yeah,
Rey Mysterio could get over anyone.
Yeah, he could literally get anybody over.
Yeah, so
we're looking at guys like Johnny Gargano.
I think Johnny's in a weird spot. I don't get what they're doing, pairing him up with Dexter Loomis and with this whole Miz thing. It's kind of run on a little too long. Johnny should be just working weekly.
I remember about a couple months ago, I heard Disco Inferno had said something like Triple H has him because he can do good acting, he can do good vignettes and stuff.
Yeah,
and since I've heard that, I see more Johnny doing skits than matches.
That's exactly what he's been doing.
He's doing the story stuff.
Yeah,
Johnny's doing a lot of story. He's one of those guys where you see him every week, but he's not always wrestling.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you may forget he wrestles because he's doing this, he's doing that, he's backing up Dexter Loomis here, he's doing this over here.
And honestly, I don't think that's a good idea. That's just me. And I don't like what they did with Dexter Loomis. I think it was kind of underwhelming, the end of the story that they started with. I think
that's what it was. The story in general was kind of off.
Yeah.
Like
it's like once they started getting like Wacky Town with it, like there was a real thing that they could have did with that.
Yeah, exactly. I just think they went the wrong direction with the story.
They did. They went the wrong direction. And
it started out good, hey, these guys kidnapping. Where you been?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
it's, well, we set this up, to get my buzz up. And it's like,
Yeah, that was dumb. That wasn't a great idea, especially it was like one of the most talked about segments on multiple shows. Like when he showed up on NXT.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
that,
yeah, yeah.
like so I don't think it was a great idea. So maybe those two in the underwhelmed situation, I think Johnny still has a chance, but I don't know how Dexter Loomis can recover
Right,
after
right,
the end
right.
of that story.
Then we got the OC.
Um, they're doing the same stuff they did before.
Technically, I think they're going to be okay because they're with AJ Styles.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with the OC. I actually like Mia Yim being with them. It's good to have like a female presence.
It works.
Yeah, it works. I don't have a problem with it. Again, I'm one of the few Judgment Day fans out there. I don't mind Judgment
I
Day.
like Judgment Day.
I think they're interesting. I think it's good to do something different with Dom other than have him with his dad. Like,
Bro, have you noticed how much heat Dom soon, like, it's a tag match. Soon as they tag him, the crowd starts booing.
he's gonna be guys. Mark my words. In fact, it's hot take time. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what my hot take is. Dom's gonna be a main eventer. He's going to be a main eventer.
He's young. He's young. Well, how soon? Because like he's like 25, so
yeah,
there's a great chance he could be a main eventer.
It'd probably be maybe 2 years. I'd say 2 years. He'd at least get one title reign before it's said and done.
Because Dom, man, like Dom is a heat magnet.
Yes.
Like people don't understand what heat is,
yes.
but like as soon as he shows up, they booing. Like get him out of here.
And before you say it, it's not X-Pac heat either. It's not X-Pac heat at all. It's legitimate.
No, yeah,
heat.
Exactly. It's not go away heat.
No, it's real. So yeah. Who else? Who else was brought back? Well, Emma. I think Emma, they don't know what to do with her yet. So maybe just give it some time. SmackDown women are in a tough spot, I'd say. The SmackDown women, they're still in a weird kind of spot holding pattern. And I don't know what the deal is with that. Oh. And maybe the draft will fix that. Oh, no, a big one that just came back, Tegan Knox.
I was just about to mention Tegan Knox.
Yes.
But you know what? Did you hear? So did you hear Dutch Mantel's comments about her?
What?
On his podcast, on Smack Talks or whatever. He was like, yo, she's still like he says that he feels like she needs to go back to NXT because her arm drags look bad. Like she doesn't know her basics.
Yeah.
Or like it's either ring rust or she needs to get her basics down packed. He was like, honestly, he said, I'd probably fire every woman on the SmackDown roster except for, he said, I'd fire every woman in the women's division except for Shayna and Ronda and rehire them in 5 minutes just to let them know that I can do it and they need to get on their job. And I was like, damn.
Dutch is different. The old school Dutch. That's different. And this is a guy, and this is a guy that's made money in the wrestling business.
I mean, look,
he's worked for every company, just about every important company. He was in the writing room. He was one of the main ones building TNA for a while. Yeah. He was working for WWE.
It's real. And look who it is.
You started without me.
Mr.
Yes, yeah, we did. Took forever.
I just left your house, sir. What do you thought took forever?
That sounds like a personal problem.
He
sir.
said semantics. I was like, yeah, I know you live 40 minutes away from me. You should have left sooner.
Again, that's different. Deshaun was very appreciative, but Deshaun smashed the mat.
Deshaun on the show, he ain't trying to hear that.
I ain't trying to hear all that. You got to manage your time wisely, sir.
So what have we covered so far?
So right now we're talking about how Triple H is underwhelmed with some of the people that are returning, and we were going through some of the people that were returning and trying to figure out, where it could be, So we've already talked about Braun, Hit Row, Damage Control.
Johnny and
Johnny Gargano, Dexter Loomis, Karrion Kross. Now we're on
Emma.
Yeah.
Wow, I totally missed Emma.
Yeah.
And then
Did
we
you know
just
she was back?
mentioned. I'm gonna assume no.
He's just sitting there drinking. I
But
don't. Yeah.
also Tegan Knox, who just came back.
Oh yeah, that's who it was. Tegan Knox. That's what we were talking about.
Um,
Tegan Knox, like looking sloppy in the ring. Now I didn't like. I haven't.
I watched
My,
the match, and
my
honestly, it seemed
I
like a
have to go
normal
back
match.
and watch it again now because
Yeah.
if that's what he says, like I gotta go because what I hear all the time is if your basics are good, they can. If your wrestling basics are fine, then you can go anywhere and whoever will teach you what you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, arm drag is like the third thing most
Yeah,
people learn.
that's 101. So maybe that's the case, or they can at least do which I don't know. Oh, we'll have to talk about NXT, and especially everything's going on with that soon. Which, in fact, that's going to be a big thing on its own. Is NXT? Like, there's been a lot, but yeah, maybe they need to at least do a situation where they're on the road one week, and then the following week they're at NXT, just doing some basics or going back and just working in a performance center. I mean, that's why it's there.
I mean, it is. I mean, and many people have went back. I mean, look, Apollo Crews went back. Finn Balor went back. Right now, the New Day are the current NXT Tag Team Champions.
Pure insanity. Like they came in
bananas.
It's bananas that they're there.
I almost watched the show simply because as y'all know, NXT went from my favorite show to I just can't watch it anymore.
It's back. I've been telling you it's been back for weeks.
I know you said that, but sometimes I tune in and I'm like, not yet, G. Like it's like breaking up. It's like breaking up with like the best spouse you ever had, and then like they come back, then they go through like a drug phase, you know, and then it's like I'm better, baby.
Yeah, but they're still dealing with the effects. Yes.
Yeah.
It is still very much a balanced thing. They're still figuring out but again, it's developmental. It's developmental on TV, which I think that's going to be always the toughest part of it. So
right. But I will say this. New Day on NXT will definitely make me watch.
It's good so far.
That will definitely have me watching.
Also Dijak is back down there.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he looks great too. Apollo Crews is down there. Now Drew Gulak is down there.
Oh, good. Look.
Yeah.
It is a crime that Drew Gulak is not wrestling because he is too good to not be wrestling. That's all I'm gonna say. And
now another person.
New Day. It took me forever, but I finally got it. There it is. Yeah,
Triple Crown New Day. The only other team that's ever done it is
FTR.
FTR did it. And then also, FTR's done it. Who else is it?
It's definitely not the Ascension.
No, the Street Profits. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Street Profits. Yeah, that's it.
It's them. It's those three teams. They're the only ones. Now it's funny, which I saw a debate. Technically, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan are Triple Crown champions, but not as a tag team. They've only won the NXT and the SmackDown ones together, but they both won the Raw tag titles separately,
but not with each other. Yes.
So it's funny how that one works. Another person who I think is doing pretty well, LA Knight. They've changed LA Knight.
Yes.
Back from Max.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you. And let me tell you, he's always been a star, and he even just walks in the arena as a star. He hasn't been wrestling that much, too. He's just been doing segments with Bray, which that's another thing. This is great. This is how you build feud. This is how you build characters. I feel like, again, in our era, we got so past what wrestling is all about. There's segments. You have to build a character. It's okay if they're not wrestling every week. Maybe AEW fooled people is that, oh, yeah, they need to have a 10-minute classic match where everybody gets their stuff in every week, but that's not the stuff you remember. You remember the segments, the different things that are going on.
Right. I'm with it.
So want to dive right into NXT and all the craziness that's gone on?
Man, well,
Yeah.
should we go straight to it?
Yeah, I'd say let's go straight to it. Just so everyone knows, again, Roxanne Perez won the Iron Survivor match, the very first one, and she won an opportunity for the NXT Women's Championship. Well, she got her match the following Tuesday, and it was a big one.
Bam.
Roxanne Perez defeated Mandy Rose, ending her reign, which is now the third longest NXT Women's Championship reign in history. Now, the following day was even crazier because Mandy Rose was released, now again, WWE has not officially put out anything. I will let's note that. But rumor and all the wrestling news sources have said that Mandy Rose got released from the WWE due to her fan time page. Just so everyone knows, she doesn't have an OnlyFans page, but she has a thing called Fan Time where it's a subscription service where you can post pictures and sell content. Her stuff has been getting a little racy these last few months.
Man, look,
I think I need to do some research on this.
It's borderline. It's borderline thirst trap. They're thirst traps. She hasn't posted anything. There's no nudity. I heard there was a nipple or two.
There's been a couple that are getting there. Yeah, but she's like posting with her fiance, both of them, suggestive. Like it was starting to get to that little line there. And you have to understand WWE is a publicly traded company, and their number one sponsor is the biggest toy
Mattel. And actually, that's where the reports are. That's where everything came from.
Mattel.
All the heat came from Mattel.
Yeah, and Mattel very much, they get mad. Remember, they fired Daniel Bryan the day after because of the tie situation, and that was because of Mattel.
And not only that, but you got to keep in mind WWE is coming off of the scandal with Vince, so they're really trying to be that family-friendly company to kind of take away from that. So
yes, but now word has it that WWE just asked her to take the site down, not post, and she said no because she makes more money than her WWE contract,
which is crazy. But I imagine she's getting paid 6 figures.
Yeah.
So let's just
Someone did
she was getting paid $500,000 a year.
Someone did the math. They said,
so you're saying that her fan time account is bringing in over $500,000, or even if it's $250,000, even if it's $100,000, it doesn't matter. She's bringing in more money with this site than she is with her day job. That's crazy.
They went to the likes and they said because her initial subscription was $20 per person, and they went by the likes and they calculated. They said she was making estimated $300,000 a month alone on her fan time.
Come on, son.
I'm allowed to start one.
Come on, son.
And guess what? She just raised the price to $40.
And you think that people look
even
more
than
enough. I saw, we had a link, and I looked at a bunch of the pictures, and there's nothing like let me just say, we've seen a lot worse.
Yes.
We've seen way worse than what Mandy Rose was.
I mean, the stuff Jordan Grace.
Man, look, like there's a couple videos of her trying to twerk. She's not naked in anything. She's just wearing.
There are a couple where she is, but you don't see the bits. Like she does an intentional.
But regardless of how anybody feels about it, it's about company policy.
Yes,
and you don't mess up the money.
Let it be known that Smash the Mat podcast does not have any views on this. If you are a sex worker, that is your thing. Do your thing. Make your money. Make that paper. Like that is what Smash the Mat is all about. Make your money. I wish I was making that money.
As long as it doesn't involve kids,
starting a page.
Get your money.
Yes. As long as it doesn't go into that crazy stuff
and nobody's getting hurt, get your money.
Make your money. Okay.
$300,000 a month. I'll show you.
Make your money. Yes. Jesus, make your money. So we're not hating, but you follow the rules of your contract. You follow the rules of your contract. You follow the rules of your job. If your job tells you, hey, you're not going to work here. If you continue to do that, then it's understandable.
I mean, and just let's just backtracking. WWE, they already have issues with third party places. Like that's why rumored that's one of the reasons Adam Cole left, because they said he had to give up his Twitch account.
Well,
and he was making good money on that as well.
But that was also the previous regime. WWE knew about her account. WWE knew about her account, and it's accepted. I mean, Lacey Evans, she has an OnlyFans there, and Zelina Vega, she does.
She definitely does, and she has a Twitch account.
Now, under the new regime, they allow third party. Of course, some of them they might get a cut, but you have to get her approved with your job. The only problem is Mandy started kind of going a little more, left, and it's like, hey, that's not cool. And
and like when you think about it, right? There's a lot of attractive people in the world. Yes, Mandy Rose is attractive, but would she have had the level of notoriety she had without WWE?
No,
not at all.
No, because I mean, attractive people come a dime a dozen, but she was special because she was wrestling. She did other stuff. She used that to elevate her game, elevate her name, elevate her pockets. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
keep in mind,
if she gets to the point, like some people use WWE as a stepping stone. I mean, look at Jonathan Coachman. He was a coach for years. Now he works for ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Like it's happened plenty of times. Like some people use wrestling to springboard their acting career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Mandy Rose used that to get herself a bigger check, a bigger bag. I'm not mad at it. If she wants to, it's ultimately they literally asked her, "Hey, could you take down? Could you do this?" She was like, "Nah, I make too much money over here." So I mean,
I'll take a break. I'll take a break a little bit. And
I'm not mad at it.
I mean, I can't be mad at a person that doesn't want to slam their body around, and they're like, you know what? Come on now. That's like a no-brainer. You mean I don't have to, slam my body around every week? I can just chill. Like, honestly, it's not a bad situation.
It's not like she got released and she had nothing. And also Jade Cargill said herself, she said one of the reasons she didn't sign was because they told her she would have to give up all the endorsements and all the other things that she does. She said she was pretty much rich before she started wrestling. She didn't need wrestling. She wanted to wrestle.
Also her husband.
And her husband's a retired baseball player, but she also had a lot of endorsements with a lot of companies. I'm an avid follower of her Instagram, and like she'll post certain things that she endorses, and it just is what it is.
But hey, it's a new era now. Like I think they'd be more welcome to Jade even more. But again, the situation is WWE knew about this account. The only thing that changed was that she started going a little more left. It's like they still got to keep that into account. Like it just is what it is. So, but here's the number one big thing. Do you know why it became a problem? Because people started leaking her photos. Can we get back to that?
Oh man, look, and I keep hearing people say, "Well, what about Paige?" Like y'all got to shut up because Paige didn't put that out there.
They didn't want this stuff stolen
from her phone and released to the public. It's not like she was like, "Hey, y'all, this is what I'm doing." No, it's not the same.
Is it really a leak, though? I mean, would you really consider that a leak? I mean,
yeah, it's a leak.
You talking about Mandy's or Paige's?
Mandy.
Yes, it's a leak because you have to pay to view this stuff. You're not supposed to screenshot it and take it off the site. You can't like save it. So people are literally taking the photos from this paid subscription service and sharing it illegally. It is in all the info. It's the same thing with OnlyFans. You're not allowed to do that per the rules of the site. She could technically sue people for that.
And I agree, but at the same time, if she's putting the information or the pictures or whatever out there publicly to start off with,
it's not publicly. It's technically not publicly.
I mean, anybody can view it.
No, everybody cannot view it. You have to pay to be a part of the service.
You gotta pay to play, baby.
Yeah, you gotta pay to be a part of the service. That's the difference. That's the difference. It's the same thing with OnlyFans. Is you're subscribing to view this stuff. It's like It's like people that steal cable, like essentially. Like this.
Hey, bro, don't bring my life into this.
Hey, you know what you did. Or all the people who be asking for your Netflix password. It's the same thing. They're ripping it and then they're sharing it, and it got out, like it trended, and sure enough, a couple of days later, this is what happened. I'm not gonna lie,
is fine until somebody starts leaking stuff they're not supposed to leak.
It's an idiot. And then there was one dude who started talking about it, and he had the nerve. Mandy messaged him to take down the tweet, because his tweet got like viral, and he was like, "Oh, well, you need to follow me back for it." Like, and that's freaking blackmail. Like, you're blackmailing people. Leave these people alone. They just try to work.
Blackmail, like that's crazy.
And they literally said that initially the result, they weren't going to do the match against Roxanne. She was supposed to win the NXT Women's Championship in 2023, early 2023. But the day of when everything leaked, they changed the show around. Sean was like,
"Hey, can you take this down?" She said, "Nope." All right, we're having a match.
We gotta take the belt off her. So I think that was the smartest play. I can understand everybody's situation. It just sucks because clearly, they got plans for Mandy, and maybe when things
having a legendary run.
Yeah, maybe when things blow over, she will come back, which I'm not surprised, or maybe she might not come back. If not, she had a great run. But the question I have is, what do you do with one of the best women's factions that we've seen in a bit? Which is,
man,
of course, not that faction. Not that faction. Talking about
Toxic Attraction. And I'm trying to
I got to do it right. I got to do it right.
Hold up. I got to find a picture, but go ahead.
Okay. No, I was setting up something. I got to wait till the picture comes up.
Oh, man. Don't do me like that.
I thought you had the picture. I could have sworn you had the picture.
I had the picture. And then, they all come up under the same names.
Oh, we got to start renaming them.
Yeah, because like when I'm trying to, see, I don't know where this is.
Yeah, we'll start renaming them. Future.
I gotta.
But hey, guys, we're Rusty. Thank you for listening. By the way, thank you for listening and thank you for reviewing live.
That's right. Because we're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook and on the Smash the Mat Facebook page, and we are live. We are also live on the Smash the Mat discussion group as well. So yeah, we live all over the place.
And I gotta give a shout out to the BWO. There's also another podcast that just returned. It's called the Elbow Drop. They are broadcasting live, right? Yeah, they're broadcasting live right now as we speak too. So shout out to them. We all show love. BWO is awesome.
Of course.
But Toxic Attraction, yes. Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, they were kind of the ones teamed up with Mandy with her new character, and they've been doing well. They're both previous NXT Women's Tag Team Champions and stuff, but without the leader of the group, what do you do? What would you do now? Because they're pretty solid. They even had their SmackDown debut. They wrestled 2 matches and did pretty well and got a pretty good reaction. So what would you do? Do you go ahead and call them up now that Mandy's gone, or do they stay NXT?
I think you go ahead and call them up now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
toxic. There you go. Toxic.
Yeah. If you leave them in NXT for any given amount of time without Mandy Rose, it's like the group is missing something. They need a leader.
Yeah.
But I think they have an opportunity to kind of, I guess, start all over again if they shift them over to the main roster.
I mean, so I'm looking at I think they could always use tag teams in the women's division. This adds another heel tag team. Problem is, where are the face tag teams? Because you've got Damage Control, you've got Ronda and Shayna, you've got who's the other heels? Are there any other heels? So I mean, like you could use another team.
This Friday, Liv Morgan and
Tegan Knox
are teaming up, and they're facing Damage Control for the titles. So
now you could have toxic attraction show up and just throw a wrench into that situation. But
Mhm.
but you'd have to put them in a program with Liv and Tegan, because
Yeah.
two heels facing off against each other doesn't make sense.
Mhm. Well,
know.
Ronda and Shayna aren't technically a tag team either, so
Well,
could
yeah,
get
they're
away with
not.
it.
Not while Ronda still has the
I mean, they
SmackDown
they
title.
competed for the match and they actually lost to Ronda, well, to Tegan and Liv, and that's why they got the opportunity this Friday. So, I mean, maybe
Yeah,
they're crossing over that, but in my opinion, that's a better fit for
it
Ronda and
makes
Shayna.
sense. Like, because
So,
eventually you got to put the tag titles on Ronda and Shayna. Like, why
Mhm.
wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
And then you can do whatever you need to do with the singles championship, and you can raise the bar of the tag team championship.
I say go ahead and let Bianca come over and fuse them suckers. I say call it a day.
They need you.
I just don't. I'm I know I'm a minority. People hate that. I don't feel like
We're
there
all
should.
minorities.
Yes, black guys forever. Which by the way, House of Black is back.
That's right.
It's
The
stronger
House
than
of
ever.
Black.
Yeah, all the black guys.
Oh yeah.
I am a firm believer that there should be only one world title. So, and for the women's title, I just don't think the roster is deep enough to have multiple women's championships on each brand. Especially SmackDown has been crippled basically,
Right.
in this case, and it would just make sense just have one women's champion. You could even do I don't even think you could do a women's intercontinental championship yet, but just focus on the NXT one and have the women's one on the main roster and call it a day. I don't think they should take apart the belts that Roman has. I think they just need one world champion and continue, because they've done a good job of building up the US and the intercontinental title
Yes,
to
they
being
have.
the main titles on Raw and SmackDown, respectively. And you just have Roman pop up and have one great feud on each brand. There you go. You got your balance. But whatever. I know I'm not the maybe USA and Fox still want their own world championships, which they need to mind their own business. I get it. I get it.
I think they are minding their own business.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe now they're more willing to mind their own business since they trust Triple H. And here's the thing: the ratings have been consistent. The pay-per-view buys have been through the roof. They've been selling out shows faster. The talent is happy backstage.
Yeah.
Proof is in the pudding.
It's a good situation.
People can talk all day because the internet likes to do that, but you gotta look at the numbers. The numbers matter more. They're making more money. They're realizing they don't have to pay as much, hush money deals, and they can actually afford to bring back talent and stuff. So,
yeah.
Speaking of which, let's talk about the doctor of violence himself, Vince McMahon.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Because he is out here talking about, he's telling his closest friends that he wants to make a comeback to power in WWE, and that he took bad advice from somebody, for which is the reason why he stepped down, and he wants to come back and get back into the swing of things, and he just wants to take things back to the "it's such good shit" era.
First of all, no.
Yeah, I agree. The hard no.
Terrible idea. And they're also saying that he does have the most amount of voting power. He does have 80% of the voting power as part of the board, but because the company is publicly traded, he couldn't just jump in and take over without doing a lot of BS. Like, he would have to really tank the company's stock and warrant a reason to take back control. And the board, I doubt the board would want that. And it seems word has it that nobody does want that, even though he's telling his friends and, his close friends may be hyping him up like, yeah, Vince, you could go back. And then when they walk out the house, they're like, I don't know. Yeah. That ain't a good idea. And
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say there was actually 2 more allegations that have come out since that article was posted.
That's facts.
So I have a serious doubt that we're going to see the Doctor of Violence coming back. So he might as well just get a podcast with Conrad Thompson or something.
Yeah. Hey, look. If you're a wrestler and you want a podcast done, you go to Conrad Thompson because he takes care of everybody.
He actually did tweet when people asked, he's like, I've heard nothing, but he said, I will be there. He would do it. Conrad's like, yes, we'll do that podcast. And guess what? That will be the most listened to wrestling podcast.
Oh, man, you already know.
The world. Every story would not sound the same. I already
never.
The crazy thing is, I think Vince is right to a certain extent. I think that had he not left, and had he continued with business as usual, we wouldn't know the difference. We wouldn't know about what Triple H can do and everything, and we would have rode with it. But now that he has left, it's definitely not a good idea for him to come back.
We would have rode with it, but who's to say that you would see the same success? Like ratings were just not where it's been in years. I just don't think it would work. Which that's a good comment. TV time. See, I wouldn't do a mid-card women's title unless you do a mid-card, unless you do like a woman's show. I've always thought that they should take one of the slots like they had with like main event and superstars and do that like an all-woman show.
They still do 205 Live, and there is no.
No, they don't do 205 Live anymore.
No, they don't.
It's called Level Up.
Whatever.
Just so everyone knows, it's called NXT Level Up. It's just
the same. They slapped a new dash of paint on it.
It's not 205. It's NXT Level Up, which is what 205 Live became. Anyway, toward the end, where they were just having NXT matches and not even defending the cruiserweight title. So yes, it's like their AEW Dark in a lot of ways, where they get
the writing room.
Yeah.
I heard myself.
My phone.
I was like,
weird hearing yourself, ain't it?
Yeah. I'm like, who the hell is that? Shut up.
Who the hell is that with that majestic voice?
No, I'm just like, shut up.
I'm already talking.
I'm like, shut up. He's the worst. But yeah, we won't be seeing the Doctor coming back anytime soon. I just don't think that's a great idea at all.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think it makes any sense.
It doesn't.
But just let it is running just fine.
Yeah, just leave it alone.
I would like to see him come back as a character.
Hell no, it wouldn't work.
He needs to stay gone.
He just got to stay gone.
Not as
they could.
There's no way that he could come back and not want to like dip his ankle into the soup. There's no
only way. The only thing he should come and do. I will say there's one thing he can come and do. He needs to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And that's it. And that will be the swan song. That will be it. That's when you finally end it all. And Vince gets his due. It's like, we appreciate what you did, but go home.
We got this.
We done. We done pop. We done pops. Which I don't know if that'll ever happen. We'll see. Now, any other WWE things before we... Oh. There's a couple of last bits. Bobby Lashley was fired at the end of Raw, but the next day, Adam Pearce released a statement saying now he apologized to the WWE universe and that he did not fire Bobby Lashley, but him and they will have like a real conversation soon. Dip his ankle in the soup. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh, I missed that. You said that?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was saying if he comes back, there's no way he could come back and not want to dip his ankle into
the soup. You're right. Yeah, but he can stay gone.
Yeah, he can stay gone.
Now, Bobby, so we'll find out what's happening next. A lot of people hated that ending, but guess what? You were talking about it. You're tweeting about it. Come on, you're following. People do not get it. Do you not get how this works?
Yes.
It's like you got worked. You got worked.
You got worked.
You got worked. You got worked.
You got worked.
And guess what? You're gonna be watching next Monday.
It's okay. It's okay to get worked.
This happens.
Wrestling is work.
This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is how we're supposed to be enjoying this.
But yeah.
Shut up. Shut that stupid deep voice.
All I'm trying to do is share the joint, and it's always you talking. Like you just be running your yap all the time.
Yeah. Tell Satan to shut up. Sounds the worst. Also, tomorrow night on SmackDown, there's supposed to be a big thing that's happening. They're in Chicago. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the head of the table, is back. And he will be there. And Jey Uso told Sami he needed to clean up a little bit. So will Sami Zayn be cutting his hair?
I don't know.
Was Sami Zayn, or will he be named Sami Uso? I still think I get it. A lot of people are so hyped. You love it. You love the storyline. It's a great storyline. A lot of people are saying he needs to go for the world title. No. It's not going to happen. This is leading to the Usos versus Kevin and Sami at WrestleMania for the tag team titles. That's what this feud has been built for day one.
If you watch them, if you watch every time Kevin comes out, Sami finds himself away from the action.
Mm-hmm. Now he did do the ultimate betrayal at War Games.
At War Games, yes, of course.
But that's the only thing he's done. But then again,
he had to prove himself.
But then again,
they're gonna have to do something to make Sami be like.
But you also have to understand, Kevin always turned on Sami anyway. So he kind of had to get him back. That was his first time he ever got him back in that whole situation, because Kevin was always turning on him.
This is true.
So
this is true. Yeah.
And Kevin Owens, honestly, don't be stupid. You know that's true.
Come on, man.
You turned on old dude on your debut show.
I know, bro.
On his debut WWE show, he turned on.
I'm still hurting from the Festival of Friendship.
Oh God,
that was 2016.
That was the most heartbreaking.
I'm still hurting from, but Kevin,
what's my name on it?
What's my name on this?
I was like,
and I'm like, oh!
I've never screamed at a TV.
It's
been years. Oh, Jericho, get out!
It's like somebody walking into a room in a movie. You know they about to die. Don't go in there.
Like,
don't go into the dark.
Slow motion. Jericho. I literally screamed. Shut up. I literally screamed, Chris, get out of there.
Right. Don't turn around.
Yep. But now let's move on to in everybody's white. I mean, sorry, all
No. Wait. Before we get into all equestrians wrestling.
All equestrians wrestling, yes.
Before we do that, we gotta how do you guys feel about the pick that shut down Mia Yim's Twitter? Because she said, you know what? No. She how do y'all feel about this?
So that was like the first story that was happening. That was the first thing that was going viral, and then the Mandy Rose situation is kind of gone over.
It easily moved that out.
Easily. This is, like I say, the internet is a blessing and a curse. Who cares? Who cares? These are people. These are people you don't live with. You don't know these people. You're not married to her. You're not married to him. Who cares? Shut up. Nobody cares what you think. They're posting a picture. Who cares? We know too damn much. We know too damn much, and we talk about too much. We talk about stuff that don't need to be talked about. Now, we can talk about it because we're the best to talk wrestling, and that is our job to to conversate on this subject. But everyone else, shut up. That's how I feel.
Technically speaking, it really doesn't mean anything. Like it's a picture. It's a promo picture.
No. It was a blooper picture. WWE posted it on a blooper reel of like outtake photos.
I mean, there's nothing sexually suggestive. There's nothing saying that they're together or anything like that about the picture. It's just a goofy picture. Like, I don't get it.
Who's messy?
Look, let me just say this. Let me say this. If your wife, if you took a picture with a woman like that, would your wife be okay with it?
That's not okay. Let me just say, what happens with us?
I'm just asking a question. Yes or no? Would they? I'm not saying is your situation the same. Different. I'm asking a question.
She would have no problem with it at all as we're getting the divorce. Everything down the center. She'd have no problem with that at all.
First of all, the camera wouldn't exist. Let's just say that. There would be not a situation where that happens.
Okay.
But that's also been established between us. We don't know how Keitherton Liviosa.
Pedestriamus.
Yeah, Pedestriamus. We don't know what he thinks. And he's worked with that guy.
I mean,
He worked with all, and wrestlers are weird too. Y'all are both wrestlers. Y'all are weird.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I'll just say this. And look, I'm a DJ. Before I was a wrestler, I'm around people and women all the time. I'm taking pictures with lots of women, lots of guys. I will say this. I'm in a relationship now.
Yes.
If I took a picture like that and a woman jumped up with her legs around me,
oh yeah, you wouldn't be in a relationship.
It'd be whatever you guys call it.
Yes.
Because I wouldn't be around. So like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear all that extra. If Keith is fine with it, Keith is fine with it.
Yes.
He hasn't said anything about it, but I feel like now I think with all the stuff that happened, they probably put him into a situation where he can't say anything now. The only thing he probably could say is, "Oh, I support my wife." Because if he really didn't like it and he says he didn't like it, then it makes everything worse. But I think he's smart enough to be like, "I ain't like that shit." But you know what? Like, I don't need people ganging up on my wife.
I also don't think it was that serious though at the same time, because again, it was posted on the WWE blooper reel.
I mean, they don't care.
And again,
why does WWE care?
Again, that's why I'm saying, like, if it's not thought of that serious, and especially it goes to the same thing. Somebody it wasn't a big deal until you got people who are crazy as hell on the internet sending this to her husband, commenting on it constantly. It's like,
hey, look, but you know what? But I will say this, and like, I hang around mostly black women, right? I hang around if a black woman's friend. If a black woman saw one of her best friends, if one of her best friends' spouses, and they was out and they saw something like that, oh, they best believe they go, you know who I seen all hugged up on your man? Do you know? So, I mean,
I get you, but let me raise you this. I mean, when the company that she works for posts it on their website, I'm saying it's a completely different situation.
Hey, if Ring Boys Carolina posted a picture like that of me, I'd be asleep on G's couch right now.
That's all I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's not like, I'm not saying that it is a big deal. I'm not saying it's a big deal. Yeah. All I'm saying is, like, I think the people that are like, yo, that's crazy, like, they're allowed to feel that way. Like,
I'm not saying,
I feel like it's crazy, but I'm not going to the lengths of saying like, oh man, she's this and that.
That's all I'm saying about the situation. Hey, you comment. That's the thing. You do have that free will to comment on that. Yeah, I agree. It is not a sexual thing. They are friends.
Bruh,
wrestlers are like that.
I don't want to hear that. I mean,
she posts.
That got to do with anything.
She posts pictures all the time.
You can throw your legs around them. That's all good. All right. Okay.
I ain't saying all that.
And the crazy thing is, as we're talking about
but I've been seeing comments like that everywhere. Like, come on, yo. Like, let's be serious, man. Like,
that's all I'm saying is, I can understand talking about it. I can understand people not liking it. But it's just once you start crossing the line that, like, people and these internet trolls that are pestering these goddamn people about this. Like, come on now.
Like, once you start like sending DMs to Keith and now you tripping. Like,
now you tripping. That's what I have a problem with.
Keith might have even seen the picture before it
came out. He might have. Look, if he's cool with it, cool. But what works it? But look, look. The word on the street is Jim Cornette likes watching other guys smash his wife,
which
everybody's not cool with that.
It's funny. He's neither confirmed or denied, but he's joked about it all the time.
But like, some people are swingers, so they don't mind people smashing their wife, and that's fine if it works for you.
That's your.
If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you.
That's your business. Do what you do. That's it. Goes right back. To Mandy's situation. Make your money. Do what you do. Live your life. That's all it is. But I don't think we should be messaging people's spouses and all that stuff going crazy.
I definitely draw the line there too.
Like, leave it alone.
Why are you doing that?
I'm more offended that no one mentioned that Austin Theory was holding 2 Greek yogurts in that pic. I'm done with you. Shut up. Shut up.
Maybe he likes. Hey, look, maybe he likes Greek yogurt.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does.
Maybe. I mean, you know, it could have been cottage cheese. It could have been sour cream.
Now post this comment here.
It could have been a fruit cup.
Now here's again. This is why I say this. Internet. If you put it on the internet, you are welcoming it to conversation. Yes, all day. That's how it works. But what I'm saying is we don't need to start being these superheroes, which ever since, you know, that orange idiot was in office, this seems to happen a lot, where people like to message people and verbally attack them and try to message their jobs, try to message their spouses, try to message every person they know. Like I see all the time on the internet, like girls will post like videos on TikTok and some dude will post a video of them messaging their boyfriends and their dads and stuff like that. That's when it's like, why waste all the energy to chase clout? Like you're trying to get attention to shine for what? Why do you need to take another person down? That's when it becomes like violent. Like that's the crazy shit. Like you don't need to do that. So yeah, word to Mandy.
Wait, no, because I missed it because it was that one. It was next topic. Let it go. Then it was. Did you say word to Mandy?
Yeah, word to Mandy.
Word to Mandy. But look, in Mandy's situation, look, Tino was Sabatelli's in there taking.
He was in there too. He was like, "You better." Tino,
sign me up.
Tino is a funny dude. Tino is a funny dude. Like he's like, "Yeah, I'm down. I'll be in the pictures too. Like, I'm taking them."
He's like, "Man, I don't work for them. I'll do what I want.
I'm taking the pictures." That's what he said. Hey, he's like, we all making money. we got.
Family affair. It's a family.
We got. All right. Who's echoing?
Ken.
It's me. No.
Yes.
It's
got to be.
We both have. Me and DB both have professional microphones.
I have a professional microphone. I can't pull it down right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Brought to you by SM7B.
SM7B, baby.
All right. Now let's talk about All Friends Wrestling.
All right. All equestrian wrestling. Mm-hmm. Let's get it. So the big story last night.
No, post this real quick. Post this.
Hold on.
This. Like this is the comment right there. Don't want to say take her down. He's just like, ooh. Exactly.
Bro, look, I'm gonna just say this. When like we have a group chat, and when the link came to our group chat, I was like, man, it ain't that bad. I'm on that joint for 20 minutes. Like,
No, it was funny. Jay was like, let me see it.
Scroll up.
It was like, boop. He's like, I wasn't being serious. I was like, it ain't a game.
No, it was like file 1, 396 pictures. File 2, so many videos. Like I'm still looking. I don't see nothing bad.
Again, this is for research.
I don't see nothing bad.
We are the very best in talk wrestling. We have to cover.
Don't you forget it.
Okay, all the questions wrestling. Let's talk.
All
right. All right. So a lot of big things happened. Of course, Maxwell Jacob Friedman is the AEW World Champion. It's a great era.
Let me say that it warms my heart that Ricky Starks be undressing this man on the mic, yo.
Let me tell you, he cooked him.
He is dog walking MJF on the mic. Crazy.
Now MJF started off hot, but then he got cooked.
Yeah, he would like. I felt like Ricky Starks low key took it to the hood a little bit. You know, like he was hitting him with them things.
And you know that I heard that he had a promo like prepared. But when he got out there, he just started feeling it. He just went at it, and that's probably the best comeback I've seen to MJF.
Yeah, when he called him Maxi Pad, it was already.
Oh yeah, it was a wrap. at that point.
It's like, oh boy, here we go. Ricky Starks is amazing. Now he is still on the up and up as far as progression. Now he faced off with MJF last night, and he sadly did not win the AEW World Championship. But we're setting up the next feud, which is MJF versus the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. He came in to make the save. Now this is a great comment. I feel like this is Brian. Is this you, Brian?
It might
I feel like
she got 3.4 million followers on Instagram. On her fan page, it's $40 a month to follow. If she got 10,000 followers on that, you're talking 400K a month. If I had followers like that, I would have my feet behind the paywall too. Look, let me just say
that they estimated
runs ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, just so you know, they did the math before she raised the price because she originally had it at 20, and they calculated that she was making close to 300 grand a month. So imagine with it now at 40, she's probably gonna, it's probably even more now.
Oh yeah. But getting back to AEW, man, look, that Ricky Starks.
AEW's promo of the year right now is the media scrum. So,
yes.
I'm sorry, there's nothing. That's the best promo in wrestling of this year. It's the media scrum,
bro. That is that is undefeated.
I love Tony Khan's face. He's like, "Help me, please."
Oh, when he said that they couldn't manage a target, I was
dead.
My god,
dead meat.
Empty-headed dumb fuck.
Bro, my man, he was shooting from the hip too. Just he gave no fucks.
Oh my god. He still lives with his mother. He shares a bank account with his mother. Like he ran 4 dudes down. Like he went down the line and bam. No, 5. Yeah, he roasted 5 dudes.
Bro, he just had clips in the whole. He just had clips for everybody.
They fired back and brought back Colt Cabana.
Oh yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, they did bring
that was AEW's way of just
because he faced Jericho in a match. It's like that's stupid. Speaking of Chris Jericho, was a very nice man last night.
Yes, he was. I saw that match.
He was, because he damn sure put over Action Andretti, who I've never heard of, but the man had a good match.
He had a good match. He beat Chris Jericho in his debut match on Dynamite, which is mind-blowing. Chris Jericho, which the story is that a couple of weeks ago, but when MJF went off, called.
Hey, that was hard.
It was until freaking CM Punk. Like so we're gonna have to bump the Ricky Starks promo to 3. But yeah, the story behind this is that Action Andretti had a match 1-on-1 on Dark episode October 7th against QT Marshall, and Chris Jericho was watching that match and decided at that moment that this guy is going to be a star. He decided that he was going to make him a star. And this was way back. He had all the stuff to do with Claudio, but yeah, he always made that the plan. And yeah, so this was weeks in the making.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, why here? Okay,
you gotta give Chris Jericho props because he didn't have to do that.
I'm just gonna say, with all the people that he's worked with, the fact that Chris Jericho did that should tell you something.
Yep.
That should tell you something. There's been the rumors floating around that a lot of people don't listen to the vets that they have. I mean, they have Bryan Danielson, they have freaking Dean Malenko's backstage. They got they had William Regal, they had Jim Ross, Billy Gunn. Who else is backstage? They have freaking Taz there, Mark Henry, The Big Show, and supposedly Jerry Lynn's back there. And supposedly they do not listen to the legends.
Bro, please let me back there. Please let me get backstage, dog. I'm sitting down. I'm sitting on my stomach with my hands like this, with my feet in the air, like listening to everything. Like, come on, bro. That's knowledge. That's some of these guys forgot more wrestling than a lot of us will ever learn. Like, come on, son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
Then
What about British flippy guy promo?
well, Will Ospreay.
Bruv.
First, let me tell you guys. I am absolutely, positively not interested in this best of 7.
It's just so boring. They had the nerve to buy the rights.
You know why
NBA
that angers me? Because I love Pentagon, I love Ray Phoenix, and I love Kenny Omega. And I am not interested at all.
It's so boring. And they had the nerve. Now I'm liking that Wayward Son. That hits. I do like that new entrance they got. But it's just been so boring. It's just and the fact that they keep getting the main events, but now I mean they were the opening match this week, so that worked out. They had the nerve to buy the NBA theme. Did you see that?
Yes.
The NBC NBA theme for
oh yeah, did they?
Yeah, because it's the best of 7. So it was the for a show called Winter is Coming. They did
I'm low key upset about that, but I'm on the fence because I love that theme.
It's a good theme.
It is.
See. The thing I would have done is
I've been
released
watching the playoffs since I was like 10 years old, man.
Yeah.
Like I hear that every year. I love that.
It's an epic theme. Now the thing that would have been awesome is if they'd showed a graphic that said John Tesh is all elite. Then you would have really been doing something, but they didn't do that. So John Tesh wrote that theme, by the way, for those that didn't know. So whatever. But moving on, what else happened on an Everyone's Friends Wrestling?
I'm gonna tell you, I haven't watched
Ruby Riot's back. Ruby Soho.
Ruby
Soho. And she's got a brand new nose, just so you know. So just in case you were wondering.
Broke the hell out of it.
She broke that. She shattered that nose, and now it's completely reshaped. It's not. She used to have the bigger schnoz and everything, but now it looks. Yeah, she looks different. It's weird. What else happened on that show? I feel like something else happened. I mean, the big news was the Action Andretti, Andretti, which it's crazy.
We already talked about Swerve and Final Battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let me see what's the other storylines. I mean, I haven't really been keeping.
I mean,
up.
Hangman and Moxley are going to collide soon. That's the feud.
I do like the fact that MJF is wrestling. Well, he was having a mini feud with Ricky Starks, though.
Yeah, that was good.
I really enjoy that. That's like pretty much 2 original. I mean, I know they're not originals, but I know Ricky Starks came from NWA. I know this, but for a lot of people, their first time seeing MJF and Ricky Starks is on AEW. So you can
very
call
much
them whatever. But I really like the fact that they're using some of those guys for this. Like, yeah, I know Bryan Danielson is getting involved, but give a couple shots to some of your originals. Do that.
Hey, I still believe that MJF should have beat Moxley the first time. That's just me, but whatever. He's killing it. It's going to be a great champ. I hope he has a long reign. He needs to have the longest reign in history for the AEW title.
He should. He should, and he needs to keep winning cheap.
Yep, he does.
It needs to be like he's got to no clean victories.
Nope.
Everything's got to be like if he hits his finisher, it should be after he does some dastardly stuff.
Which with Ricky Starks, he hit him with the ring.
Exactly.
And
kicked him with the low blow and then rolled him up. Yeah, like stuff like that. Cause I mean, you got to keep the heat on them too, man.
Do.
Like the heel's most important thing is their heat.
Yeah.
And MJF has, but I really feel like they should do a little bit more with Ricky Starks though.
Yes, they do.
Because like this, man, like
that was a prime example.
Real talk. That's what you elevated the hell out of Ricky Starks.
You do.
Like you just showed how good he is on the mic. He's a great wrestler. Even though that match was, you could tell they was messing up a little bit.
Do you know where he needs to go next? He needs to feud with the king of television,
Samoa Joe.
Yeah, right now he's feuding.
Ricky Starks.
Yeah,
I would like that.
Yeah,
I would like that.
That would be the
like
next
Ricky
thing that
Starks
I
for
would do.
Ford, though.
And I would do a long feud, multiple matches, and end with Ricky Starks taking that TNT title. Like that's what I would do next. Because Ricky Starks, he should be a main attraction. He should be on the show weekly.
That's a guy. He's a future main event.
Oh, guaranteed.
You know,
hey,
like
we're
people
all
saw that out of out of MJF already. But
we're all in on Ricky Starks, so let's make that happen. Hook actually ran in to help somebody last night. I'm trying to see who. Yeah, and we hadn't seen Hook in a bit.
And this is crazy too. You got someone like Miro, and they say creative has nothing for him, which is ridiculous. Miro's a monster, bro.
Yeah,
he's got a great look. He can work,
and especially the gods. The Redeemer character was so great. That was like one of my favorite gimmicks,
bro.
For the past year was the Redeemer. I was like, come on, now it's so good.
It's crazy because AEW has. For a lot of people feel like AEW is better than WWE, and I'm not going to argue with you. You're allowed to feel the way you feel, and it's fine. If like a lot of people feel that way, and that's cool.
You're wrong.
I don't feel that way.
You're wrong.
I feel like they had the chance, and Cornette was. I remember like earlier this year, Cornette was saying WWE was basically
giving them
Tony Khan to be the better program. They were like, "Here's the keys." But like we're not doing anything. Here's the keys, and they just kept bumbling it up.
They basically were failing upwards because WWE was so bad. Like they were just doing what they do, and they just won by existing. Simply that. But
they're failing uphill.
Yeah. They've had the same problems that they've experienced. They've always had. So it's just now it's even more because WWE's kind of fixing itself. And it's a consistent program. So,
and I just want to say, like somebody said, a lot more Ricky. You know what's going to happen? You'll see Ricky like once or twice. You'll probably see Ricky up until the new year, and then you probably won't see him for a while.
Yeah,
because they ain't gonna have nothing.
Oh, the firm
they rotate talent.
Yeah, the firm attacked Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and Hook came in and saved him.
Okay.
Also, in other storylines, Chris Jericho tells Daniel Garcia he must shadow Sammy Guevara because Daniel Garcia lost the pure title back to Wheeler, Utah.
Oh, okay.
Satnam, Sanjay Dutt, Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Lethal, they attacked the Acclaim.
The Acclaimed. Possibly the hottest thing out of wrestling right
Love
now.
them. Love them.
Bro,
love those guys. Everybody loves the Acclaim.
The Acclaimed, they are so on fire. Myself and Mr. Magnificent, we just did a show in Raleigh, FWE, Fortitude Wrestling Entertainment. And Billy Gunn came in to cut a promo. We're not going to talk about how much he got paid. All I'm going to say is that man came in at the end of a match and the place lit up.
Yep.
The place lit up.
By the way, go back and watch.
All he did was
barely a 5-minute promo. Barely.
4 words, bro. 4 words. Scissor me daddy ass. Come on, son. This is the power of wrestling.
Yes.
Because there's no way those 4 words would ever be cool in any other situation. But in wrestling, scissor me daddy ass.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Super hot.
Yeah.
That's the thing is just if you play with momentum, you pay attention to momentum, you pay attention to what's worked, and then you make it shine. Like all you have to do is just give it a little push when something is working. You just don't mess with it, but showcase it and sell it. Put it on a shirt the next day, and they were smart. They put it on a shirt, and then they made a hand. Like a foam hand.
How simple is this?
That is
the simplest thing.
But look at it.
And you got to buy 2 of them.
Yeah, but look at the roster right now. Like MJF is your main champion. Then you got Orange Cassidy holding the All Atlantic belt, which honestly is winning me over with Orange Cassidy even more. Is having a title, wrestling good matches, not doing as much of the silly stuff. But then your tag team champions right now, the Acclaimed. Then you got Jade. Then you got what's her face? Jamie Hayter. You got a brand new set of champions that this company could really shine through.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They keep trying to make the.
I don't know. The firm's still trying to be a thing. I don't know, but it's amazing. Yeah. They were pink. One's gay. They say scissor meat. Yeah. You're right.
Demo magnet.
And,
you know how Chris
Jericho
claims to be the demo god. They're the demo god.
They's also biracial, and you have a legendary manager. Like they cover everything about wrestling,
literally,
and rap.
Yo,
and
man, I know I don't have it.
Like they are the perfect gimmick right now. They're new.
Man, I still love that Thanksgiving post they made. Where it was like the house of half black. Oh man, I love it. I love it. Yeah,
it's just everything about everybody loves the Acclaimed. It's just that's why they say it in their song. Everyone loves the Acclaimed. It's real, and they started on Dark. They were randomly paired up.
Let me just respond to this comment. They said honestly, homies raps are funny as they're corny.
They're corny, but they're corny funny.
Is terrible,
but they're corny funny.
Horrible. For some reason it works because this is just not good.
It's corny funny.
It works.
There's corny things that are funny. You just can't help but laugh. You get a chuckle, but it works.
I don't even be laughing. I just be like, bro, stop.
Either way, it works.
But that's because of like I ain't gonna say bias, but that's like my day job. I have to listen to rappers all day, every day.
I'm just saying it's better than most. Or I'm not gonna say that. I mean, that's it.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm about to say. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say that.
But that's funny though. So bad it's good.
I know.
Sometimes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So before we get up out of here,
and again, my early hot take, like I said, Anthony Bowens will be a world champion. That's still my hot take. He'll be the first openly gay world heavyweight champion. I'm telling you this, and it will be out. It will happen.
Well, here's another hot take.
Woo wings, yeah, woo woo. Wings, legendary flavors, world championship wings. Woo, woo wings, yeah. Woo.
I want to take some hot woo wings to the crib. That's my hot take.
Hey guys, there is a big opportunity. NXT is having their next show, Vengeance Day, at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte.
This is facts.
Do you know
what day?
Where they? Do you know where they also have Woo Wings?
Sounds like a field trip to me.
So, all our lovely Smash the Mat listeners, Smash the Mat followers, what do you think of us doing a show talking, or we go and experience Vengeance Day, the NXT pay-per-view, one of the first to travel, especially here in North Carolina, in Charlotte, and then we have Woo Wings and record a tasting of them.
Insane.
Wouldn't that be a great idea?
That is beyond a great idea, sir.
I know. I just came up with it. Once I found out where it's going to be.
Woo Wings. And that is the closest place we can get them too.
Yeah. Oh, and I would love for my wife to be on that one because I think first of all, it'd be hilarious. Like when I say she doesn't know anything about wrestling, she doesn't. But when she watches it, she has the most funniest comments and she wants to beat up everyone. Like I remember when Baron Corbin was the constable, she's like, who is this guy? You can't talk shit wearing a button up. Amazing. See, that's the comments that you'll get.
That's the beautiful thing about wrestling.
Yeah,
I love what wrestling does to people sometimes.
Yeah. When non-wrestlers watch, especially.
When non-wrestling fans watch it, like
yes.
Man.
But Vengeance Day is February 4th, 2023 at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte. So sounds like Smash the Mat needs to try to make this happen.
Let me make sure we don't have a wrestling show that day. because I would love to be there. And I'm checking my screenshots to make sure that we don't have a show that day. And we have a mother-loving show that day.
Wait a minute. What day did I say?
February 4th.
And I got a class that day. No, never mind. I can go after. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We can work it out. Oh, I like this idea, but I don't think they're down with it.
Do a hot one. Oh no. You also want me to take a hot one in a bathroom right after. No, I'm not trying to die. I am not trying to die. So no. No.
Yeah, did we talk about you mentioned a little bit about the FWE show? Did we talk about that?
No.
Let me hear about it. Let me hear about it.
Amazing. Phenomenal. Great show.
It was in the legendary Dorton Arena.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And that arena's been around since the early 50s.
Yeah,
it was a
classic.
Big show. And let me see who was on it. Carlito, Mr. Kennedy
Anderson.
He's using Kennedy again.
Oh, he's using Kennedy.
Yes, he's using Kennedy again.
What?
Yes.
Did he get the rights?
I guess so. Or maybe like the length of time is up or whatever.
Yeah. Usually
again. Chris Masters is going by Chris Masters again. He's not calling himself Chris Adonis anymore. He's going by Chris Masters. La Resistance was there.
They
was there. Gangrel was there.
I bet they expired. Their names expired. That's awesome.
What I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
I think the trademark on these names expire. Absolutely.
And you bet they hopped on it. That's genius. Well, that's great. That's great for them. Like, that's awesome. Especially Chris Masters.
For me, aside from being a part of the show, which was very trippy, coming out in front of all those people, that's a whole nother story. But we got to sit there and watch the show with David Crockett.
David Crockett, yes,
the one and only.
Yes,
man, that's got to be legendary.
Did you get his information?
You said what now?
I meant to ask you to ask him if we could get him on the show one day.
Yeah, no, we could do.
I can potentially make that happen. Potentially.
Okay,
make it happen.
All right. Well, last thing before we get up out of here is Sasha Banks, Mercedes Vernado, rumored to be appearing at Wrestle Kingdom 17. Yes, her deal is officially up January the 1st, 2023, and she is free to take bookings right after that. Wrestle Kingdom, I think, is that weekend, January 4th and 5th, 2-day event. And New Japan is finally having women wrestlers. So,
and Kairi Sane is their first champion too.
Yes,
which of course she's got the previous WWE. Now here's the thing though that makes it interesting. At this past show, they had wrestlers from each of the main brands from WWE, AEW, and Impact Wrestling on the show because Carl Anderson is under WWE contract, but he is the open weight champion,
the never open weight champion,
and he competed at the show.
Yes.
Now Mercedes, her company known as Solnado Inc. filed for the following trademarks: Mercedes Monet, or spelled Money, like money without the Y. Monet Talks, Bank Monet, and Statement Maker. And it appears to have been created in August of 2022. Now, the wrestling news organizations or rumors have said that her WWE deal or her release was officially worked out during the summer. So that would line up from when she got these trademarks made. So what do you think? I think she's going to live out her dream because she's always wanted to work in Japan. She said that previously. But I do think she will end up going back to WWE at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe at WrestleMania, maybe much later, but maybe we'll see.
Yeah, I definitely think she will be. It'll definitely be after WrestleMania. You know, I don't think they'll be able to work anything out quite that soon. But yeah, she's definitely coming back.
You never know; she might pop up in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. That's true too.
I think the Rumble's going to tell us a lot of. It's going to be a lot of interesting things that happens. Hey, but we're not there yet. We got to finish out this year, and then maybe we'll do our World Rumble fun as we always do.
Absolutely. So look, I do want to remind you guys that we will be doing our end of year award show, and we'll be talking about things like who we feel like our wrestler of the year, tag team of the year, match of the year, worst match, biggest surprise, things like that. So we'll definitely be getting into all that. I'll probably shoot for probably the week after Christmas for that one. We might do it. I don't know. Depending on how you guys feel, we can do one next Thursday because I have a couple people lined up for some interviews. So, we can get that popping as well. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this year, can we call them the Smashies? Yeah.
I like it. I'm not going to lie. I usually hate things that you say, but I like this one.
You know what? I agree. I usually don't care for his ideas, but I like that one.
A broken clock can be right every so often.
Smashies, huh?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, let's make sure we mentioned our sponsor before we go.
Oh man, look, I can't believe we went this far.
We did go. We went long.
We went pretty long without mentioning our sponsor. So, look, summer bodies are made in the winter. It's cold as shit outside. Okay, so now is the time for you to join www.freec3.com. and use code STM for 20% off for life, not for a month, for life. Okay. What EC3 is going to do. You see him. He is a maniac. He is a maniac in the gym. He's ripped to shreds, like literally ripped to shreds. Okay. He will help you with a workout plan. He will give you a meal plan, a fully customizable meal plan that gets you on track. All right. And all you got to do is go to the website, www.freec3. Oh, not that many E's. www.freec3.com. Use the code STM, smash the mat, for 20% off for life. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to get you right.
Now, as always, you got to control your nutrition by smashing the diet.
Smashing the diet. That's how we work. Absolutely. I think how was that? I haven't said that in a while. I felt like
that was good. That was really good. It was solid.
All right. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Magnificent. So I want to ask, so DB had a hot take. I had a hot take. Do you have a hot take?
For 2020?